Welcome to UltimateMarBro's. Alrighty guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of UltimateMarBro's. I'm your host, UltimateMar, and today we're playing Ratchet Clank Up Your Arsenal. And if you've been paying attention, I am at Annihilation Nation. If you remember from the last video, I was told to go to either the Urbani Moons or meet Courtney Gears. Oh god. And so in order to meet Courtney Gears, you have to win Meet Courtney Gears Gauntlet. That's what you gotta do. Ah, shoot. Let's see. Alright, let's just go with the lava gun. Darn it. And I'm going to be honest, today I really want to talk about a couple of different anime that I was watching. It is, April 12th? No, it's April 13th today. And another episode of one of the anime that I've been watching came out today. And it was the first time I saw the the intro to it. Because, most anime in the first episode just goes into the anime. It doesn't usually talk about or show the intro in the first episode. That's how a lot of anime are lately. They usually just go into the story on the first episode and then say the intro for either the end of the episode of the first episode or just wait till the second episode to show it. Which, in all honesty, is totally fine. I don't mind that one way or the other. But as I was watching it, the only thing that was coming through my mind was this. This is one of the most beautiful anime openings and anime in general that I've ever seen. And I just couldn't believe my eyes at how beautiful it was. Because it really, hands down, was one of the most beautiful intros I have ever seen. And I absolutely recommend watching it. If you're wondering, the anime I'm talking about is The Saint's Power is Omnipotent. That's what it's called. And if you remember one of my previous episodes, I was asking about how I would like to see more anime with characters older. Why are they rare? You would think with Quark he would want to make as many of these things as possible. No. He tried to act all big, but it didn't happen. She is shiny as hell, isn't she? I mean, I get she's a robot, but damn, they put a lot of polish on her. sure. Clank, you do realize that that's in another universe. Oh, more money. Anyways, so the Saint's power is omnipotent. The main character, obviously, she gets summoned to another world. There's no other way around it. There's no way to explain it other than an isekai anime. That's what it is. But the main character pretty much gets snubbed. Is that the right way to explain it? By the prince, who just ignores her and thinks that the other girl who was summoned is actually the Saintess, and just flat out is a dick. He really is. There's no other way to say it than he was a complete dick to her. And so she decides, well, fuck it. Can I go home? Finds out that she can't return. You know, that whole spiel. Nonsensical brouhaha bullshit. And so she's just basically left alone for 2 weeks in the castle to just whittle away her time doing absolutely nothing. And she is bored out of her mind. Luckily, she is someone who has a hobby of studying plants, of all things, go figure. And so she just goes out, wanders the garden, and comes across medicinal herbs and stuff like that. Cremation Station. You know what? That's going to be the name of my next single. I don't play music, but that's just sounded cool. And so she meets someone who works at a medical institute, and he tells her about medicinal plants and stuff. While she knows a lot of it, she's in another world, so obviously there's going to be some differences compared to what she knows. Makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if things that I knew about in this world don't necessarily translate over into a new world. I mean, it just wouldn't surprise me. You know? Ooh! And after spending some time with him, he invites her to the institute if she's interested. And so she goes and finds out that she really enjoys that kind of stuff. And she wishes that she could stay there instead of going back to the castle and all that. And he's like, do you want to become a researcher here? She's like, I can? Yeah, no problem. And so she just starts working there. And it's really interesting to see how, let's be honest, she is the actual Saintess. We know that. She's the main character. So, of course, she's the Saintess, while the other girl is just an innocent bystander who happens to be a teenager, too. Come on. I'm done. And without realizing it, she's using her Saintess magic on the potions she makes, on the food she creates. And it's actually 50% more powerful than anything anybody else can make. Son of a... You know what? It's not very far. And it's just interesting, but it's so beautiful. I have to admit, I love how technology has changed, well, the anime industry as a whole. Seeing how anime graphics have evolved even from just a year ago. I mean, take anime that came out 2020 and then compare it to The Saint's powers omnipotent. Just do that, and you'll see a qualitative leap in technology, in graphic design, storytelling. It's just fantastically beautiful, and I can't recommend it enough. I really can't. And so if you get a chance, there's only 2 episodes out right now. Check it out. It's so good. And I've read the manga that it's from, and honestly, there really isn't a lot of chapters out so far. The anime is absolutely going to blow right past what the manga has out. I hope there's a light novel that it can take information from. To those of you who were around during the original Full Metal Alchemist series, not Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist. You'll remember that Full Metal Alchemist, the anime didn't follow the manga about halfway through. So about halfway through the anime, the manga wasn't finished, the story wasn't finished, so obviously they had nothing to work with. And so they came up with their own ending and stuff like that. Hell, they came up with a couple of movies before the manga and anime were finished. Emperor of Shambhala is one. And don't get me wrong, they're pretty good. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood totally follows the manga much better than Full Metal Alchemist, the original, did. And I really, really hope that it doesn't end up going that route. Because as I said, it's really good. I don't have this weapon. One hit wonder. I don't want to do that. Cycling weapons. Counted ducks. Counting ducks. Huh. Anyways, I really hope it doesn't, unfortunately, fall down that little rabbit hole. I mean, if it does, oh well. But I really hope it continues and able to follow a story that's already written and everything, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, no. The Saint's power is omnipotent. Please check that out. Yeah, I got this to level 5. Awesome. Well, I don't need to use a suck cannon for a while. And yeah, no, if you get a chance, check it out, watch it, read the manga. It's super good. And now that I talk about Full Metal Alchemist, might as well continue with that conversation. Okay. I don't have this weapon. Ninja challenge, let's do this. there were pros and cons to the differences between the original Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. There's a huge... Man, my little chickadees just grew, didn't they? I'm just going to use these little guys. Come on. Follow, fight for my amusement. Anyways, the original Full Metal Alchemist, the way it starts off, really follows the manga and gives more information than Brotherhood did. And what I mean, I'm talking about the first episode or two. In the original Full Metal Alchemist, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of exposition told about what's going on in the city that they're in when they first get there. There's a lot of build-up and a lot of understanding that our characters truly understand the situation around them and what's happening. You know. But in Brotherhood, the way it starts, it's just said offhandedly and done in a few minutes. And if you like that, cool. There's nothing really against it because it doesn't want to tell the same story as the original Full Metal Alchemist did. And I totally get that. You don't want to rehash the same story over and over again. Even if all you've got is better graphics, it's not worth your time to do. At least I don't think it is. And so I can understand not wanting to rehash everything, but this is your first episode. You need to really clarify more about our main characters and why in God's name they know this information that they know. Because it doesn't clarify anything until another few more episodes. But the positive is that it's had enough time to allow the entire stop, motherfucker. Come on. It's had the time for the manga to be completed. So it's got all of the information that you're going to need for the story. Which, let me be honest, is pretty damn good. No, I am not going to do that. I'm going to return to Starship Phoenix, so hang on tight, guys. You know, before I go and play the vid comment, I'm going to go and get new armor for Ratchet. And, following on with the theme that I was talking about, why would you want me to finish it? Wouldn't you want to play it yourself, Al? I mean, I'm just saying, spoilers, you don't want that. I mean, I don't want that if it's a game I'm planning to play myself. But talking about the graphics and how technology has advanced for the games, for the anime, I'm sorry. Come on. Bullshit. really. Alright. Alright. And so Fullmetal Alchemist is actually the perfect example for what I was talking about on how graphics evolves. If you look through the animation for the original Fullmetal Alchemist, and then you look at what the remake looks like, Brotherhood. No, I'm gonna leave that there. I don't need it. You'll see a clear, I mean, a clear difference between quality. Maybe. This is actually the first one that always gave me trouble in getting all of these quark medals. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, graphics. There's a clear upgrade between the old Fullmetal Alchemist and the new one. You could see that the technology has gone exceptionally higher. Look no further than the intros for different seasons. In case you're wondering why I jumped up here, there was a red quark metal thing up there, but you couldn't see it without actually looking for it. But I've seen it before, so because I've searched for it. I always miss it. There's another 10 there. But there's such a huge difference. Come on. Graphically, between the original and the new one. And that's what I'm talking about on how that anime, this Saint's powers omnipotent, is super beautiful. Shit. No, damn it. What is he saying? I'm sorry, Cork, but whenever you talk, it feels like nails on a chalkboard to me, and I honestly couldn't give two shits about what you're saying. Honestly, I really couldn't. Am I going to end up missing... Oh, thank God, I got them all. But yeah, that's the best example I can give you for between previous and current technology for anime. And the Saint's powers omnipotent is just a fantastic anime visually and storyly, and the fact that the character is in her 20s, she's an adult, maybe 30s. I love that since I'm in my 30s now. I'm with you. Quark is a better villain than a hero, honestly. Why? Just get a fucking magnet. Seriously, Dr. Nefarious is a fucking robot. Now, anyways, just get a giant fucking magnet and just magnet his ass to something. I mean, you're in a technologically advanced civilization. You've got to have fucking magnets or something. Well, guys, this has been a blast. Thank you for sticking around and listening to me talk about anime and graphics and technology. Honestly, when I was in high school, I was kind of weaning off of anime. Or a little bit before that. I think I was in middle school. I was kind of stopped caring for anime. But when I started high school, I started taking a class called 3D animation. And I learned about the background and the history and the technology necessary to create anime, games, and stuff like that. And I developed a stronger fondness for anime and video games as an industry. And that actually kind of kicked me back into watching anime. So when I watch anime, I'm not just watching anime. I'm watching or playing a video game. I'm not just playing the video game. I'm looking at the technology and the time necessary that was put in to make what we see. Because it's not easy. A 30-second little video I made took me months. Granted, I had only an hour and a half every day to work on it because I didn't have the technology at home. But it's just that kind of stuff that fascinates me for video games and animation and movies and stuff like that. Alright guys, I think I've rambled on long enough. Please come back tomorrow for more UltimateMarBro's. I'm your host, UltimateMar, and it's been my pleasure talking with you all. Please hit that like button, smash that subscribe, crush that bell. Alright guys, see you later.